What's going on? Oh, this is a new movie with Taraji P Henson. Taraji, I like her. She's fine. She is fine. The movie is called What Men Want. Now, this is a remake of this. Mel Gibson and I think it's Helen Hunt. I used to love this movie. I don't know. I used to love it. The first time I saw this movie, my mom was watching it, and I remember they used to have these movies. They would play like all day. Was it pay per view? They would play the movies all day. Now, as a teenager at this time, I understood. I understood this movie because, you know, being in high school, you have your relationships and stuff like that, and in college, I I went through a point. I went through situations where my girlfriend was mad at me or whatever, and I'll ask her what's wrong, and she'd be like, "Figure it out, figure it out." And you have like girls they like you but they won't tell you. So like even now as an adult, I'll run into females and they'll be like, I had a big crush on you in high school, but I was afraid to tell you or whatever. You get what I'm saying? Women don't normally tell men what they want. A female will say no when she really means yes. Okay? It's very hard for us guys. A lot of rappers have it in their songs where they're saying like, say something, female, like say something. I remember Lloyd Banks did this song and he said, "Bitch, say something. I ain't no mind reader." You know, it's a struggle that men go through with women. So I understood this movie clearly. This one now, What Men Want, I don't understand. I don't understand this. Now, I haven't seen the movie. I'm not sure if it came out, but I read the synopsis, and I'll read it. I'll read it shortly. But I remember I had this friend, and she was in a marriage with this guy, and they were having issues and stuff like that. And I would always tell her like, listen, men are simple. We are very very simple creatures, you know. And I would explain stuff to her, and she would just not listen. So they went through a divorce, and I think it was like 2 or 3 months after the divorce, she called me and she was like, I get it now. Men are very simple. I was like, yeah, what did you figure out? And she's like, all men want to do is to eat food, get some sex, and watch TV, especially sports, and they want to be left alone when they're watching sports. And I was like, bingo. We are very, very simple creatures. We don't ask for much. We don't. And that's what I told her. But you see, the thing is, this is my commentary now. This is not what I told her. But the thing is that women, most women, and I say most just to be politically correct, they're so much into themselves, they can't see outside of themselves. Just look at many of the YouTube videos on here. Women talk about women. Most women are just about what benefits them. You have these hair tutorials and stuff like that. You barely find men doing that. Men talk about stuff that benefits everybody, including women. You know what I mean? So most women are so much into themselves that they rob themselves of the opportunity to listen to men because all they can see is themselves. That's all. Men have been telling women what men want. Women just don't want to listen because most women want men to be like women. They want us to be sensitive like them. They want us to think like women. That's what it is. Men are not hard to understand. We're not. Just look at YouTube. You have men on YouTube constantly telling women what we want and how we are. But these women, they're just being combative because they do not want to accept men for who they are. A guy will see a female and he will approach her and let her know he likes her. Women are not really going to do that. Women are never in the dark as to what men want. Never. Now let's read this here. So the synopsis is like this. It goes like this. Passed up for a well-deserved promotion, sports agent Ali Davis wonders what else she needs to do to succeed in a man's world. Hoping to find answers from a psychic, Ali drinks a weird concussion that suddenly allows her to hear what men are thinking. Using the newfound ability, Ali starts to turn the tables on her obnoxious, look at that word, obnoxious, very cute descriptive word, isn't it? Obnoxious male colleagues while racing to sign the next basketball star. And look who wrote the screenplay. Tina Gordon. I bet you 100% Tina Gordon is a feminist. You see, this is nothing less than them, or I should say, it's nothing more than them just trying to push this toxic masculinity crap. Men are misogynistic, they're chauvinists, they're pigs, they're whatever, you name it. That's what this is about. That's what this is about. This, I believe, this is also coming off the heels of Hillary Clinton losing to Donald Trump. You see, what a lot of females are refusing, especially in the West, they're refusing to understand is that we are different. We have different roles. Some roles are just not for females. But females want to be like men so bad. They want to be in male spaces. They want to supplant men. For whatever reason, I do not know. They're just not comfortable with the role that they have. They have the role of carrying the baby. Men have the role of impregnating her. We have separate roles. Right now, we live in a society where women want to come into male spaces. And it's not that they want to come into male spaces and join us and have fun with us. They want to come into male spaces and take over. They want to come into male spaces and spearhead whatever is going on. If it's a man's world and females have an issue with the world being a man's world, then okay. If you want it to be a woman's world or you want it to be equal, this is my suggestion. And you've heard it many times in my videos. We need a female, all-female army. You have to prove yourselves. We need an all-female army. And if we have a World War III or a World War whatever war we have, we should send all these females into battle. Because you want to be in male spaces. You want to be like men. You want to be where men are. So put yourselves at risk. Go into battle. We need an all-female police department. Do not pair up these females with men, because these male policemen, when they are paired up with female police, they still have to protect that female police. Because a female is a female. I don't care if she is G.I. Jane. Okay? When God made females, He made them females. There is a distinction. You don't have to like what I'm saying. You could put on that police uniform and carry a weapon all you want. You are a female, which means you have more emotions than men. You are physically weaker. It doesn't mean that you're less than. It just means that that's how the Creator created you. If you women have issues with how God created you and the roles He put you females in, go and argue with Him. Okay? We didn't put ourselves in the position we're in as men. We didn't give ourselves the strength that we have and the logic that we have. It was given to us by the same Creator who created you, women. If you have an issue, go take it up with Him. Now this movie looks like it should be a funny movie, but I don't like this here. She tries to turn the tables on her obnoxious male colleagues. When are they going to stop trying to push this narrative that men are just terrible and evil and toxic? And why do they keep remaking movies for men or men movies? I don't see a male version of Golden Girls. I don't see a male version of Charlie's Angels. I don't see a male version of Pretty Woman. What is wrong? I keep telling you guys, the gender war will never be over. And the gender war has been perpetuated by women. And they will continue it because they are miserable with themselves. They do not like themselves. They don't. I heard a female tell me the other day that she doesn't like the fact that women age worse than men do. She spoke about men not looking too old when they get up into age. She's miserable at the fact that when a female gets to the age of 35, everything is going downhill. But that's not our fault as men. We didn't create nature. We don't have a hand in nature. It is what it is. Stop blaming us. Stop trying to battle us. Just stop. And you're battling us with fiction. These movies are fictions. It's not even real. If we put all you females in an all-female army and send you out to war, you would not go. You would piss and shit and cry. Because you're not built for it. This is not me putting women down. It's true. Just stop. Just stop. Anyway, that's it for me. I'm out.